r/90DayFiance. Love Reality 333 says, why is she such a bleep? I think she's a fake friend IDK. What do you all think? Included photo. Queen of Marts 5 says, she's awful no matter which way you slice it. Hungry_tradition_443 says, something is off for sure. The whole catfish thing felt so forced and scripted when she first mentioned the idea. Electrical_shoe 528 says, paid friends. Snoolemons 1862 says, watching this season it feels like the options were no friends or fake friends, and TLC needed some people to stir up the pot with some relationship doubt/narration occasionally. r/90DayFiance. Tabrams says, Gabriel with the parents. My god, was that so emotional. That was so beautiful to witness. The parents were so open and accepting, and it's so rare to see. This is the positive part of this franchise that I love. These are the moments that matter. Ugh, I truly hope this relationship continues and they get a happy ending, because I'm so rooting for them. Finally, 90 Day, you have a winner on here. Life Kaleidoscope 568 says, hearing so many spiritually based people like Isabel's parents, 'tis a true inspiration. Espousing values like God is the judge. Always treat people with honesty and respect. Trust your instincts. Don't always assume the worst. Prize Copy 9861 says, I so hope it works for them. He patents are so incredibly sweet. I just love them so much. White Roses 7,252,012 says, my husband said we keep watching this garbage for stuff like this. And he's right. Sweets_ says, their reaction was so pure and beautiful. I cried when the father said sometimes there are decisions we don't get to make, and it warmed my soul. The acknowledgement of that some decisions, such as who we love, are inherently made for us. It's such a great level of understanding and respect. Love Reality 333 says, I think they will make it. Dest 11 says, this moment had me bawling. So touching. r/90DayFiance. Ruth Rev says, love all things Pillow Talk. Love watching Pillow Talk a few days after watching any 90 Day show. Currently I watch Pillow Talk after 90 Day the other way. Does anyone have a dream team for the show? I know I do. There are also nightmare couples I dislike. Love to hear your thoughts. Humperdinck says, I stumbled upon Pillow Talk first. It was my gateway drug into 90DF. MVPs, David, Annie, Tim and Veronica, Robert and Annie, Armando and Kenny. Least favorite, Stephanie Fart Jars and her mom. Kial8142 says, I can just watch Kenny and Armando and Robert and Annie, no one else. Life Kaleidoscope 568 says, Pillow Talk is the best. I wanna see all the couples succeed. With excellence always the goal. The PT crew is most often cheerleaders and coaches, not referees. Love it. From Katuaz says, I actually loved watching Jenny and Sumit and seeing them acting like a normal couple. Poshdog4444 says, depends on who's on Pillow Talk. Armando and Kenny, Annie and Robert, Tim and Veronica are always funny, but please not Emily. When I see her I won't watch it, or I have to fast forward. She's obnoxious. Lauren and Alexi need to go. He's depressing. We need some new blood in there. Ruth Rev says, love Jenny and Summit and their inside views of Rishi and Jen. Lavemon Talks says, this reminded me that I haven't watched Pillow Talk for a while. I will remind myself of this tonight when I get home and fussing to figure out what to watch, lol. I love it in general. I was a huge People's Couch fan back in the day, same setup but with various shows that people would watch. I can't with Pillow Talk when it has a few certain jerkbags around, but for the most part, even the couples I don't like on the show, I don't mind them on Pillow Talk. I only refuse to watch Angela currently. I can't stand her voice or vile personality. I'm kind of glad Cynthia and Molly aren't friends anymore either, because they got old in the last few episodes I watched. Ruth Rev says, my favs Kenny/Armando, Annie/Robert, Tim/Veronica and Aunt Judge Lauren and Alexi. R/90DayFiance. More resulty_less sweet says, Mahmouds Family. Mahmouds Family, they leave me in awe every time I see them on this show. Their respect for Nicole, their understanding, and their general values just amaze me. We have seen over and over again on the different 90-day series where families are constantly against the marriages. Not that I think this one is a healthy relationship, but Mahmouds Family seem incredible and supportive in all of the right ways. Anyone else have thoughts on his family? Kazi-chan25 says, I was not a big fan of And when Nicole first arrived in Egypt, but based on this episode my opinion of him has changed so much. He seems like a really good guy who just wants the best for his little brother and Nicole. I liked how he tried to mediate and help. I also find his relationship with Fatima super interesting. I'd like to know more about them, honestly, like how it was living in China, how hard was it for Fatima to adapt to Egyptian culture, stuff like that. Amd seems like a really good dude, and I'm glad he was there for both Nicole and Mahmoud. PoshDog4444 says, Fatima is great, very supportive, and she would be a good friend to Nicole. Saktosim Girl says, I love his family. I don't understand how Mahmoud turned out to be such a turd. Thompa Sony says, I think they are full of shit telling her what she wants to hear. Okay honey, whatever you want. Vegetable_holiday_41 says, I love this family. Nightmare4545 says, they don't really understand though. If they did, they will tell Nicole to leave. She doesn't want to live there and never will. R/90DayFiance. Kimiko MB says, Jen Rishi. Rishi can propose and re-propose all he wants. It's meaningless unless he tells his family he doesn't want an arranged marriage. If you were Jen, and you'd already wasted a significant amount of time and money going to India, wouldn't you tell him call me when we can move forward? Lootable Sack says, unless Jen's segments are super scripted, I don't see how his obvious reluctance to commit to her doesn't thoroughly outweigh any sunk cost fallacy she might be feeling. She is giving him the benefit of the doubt to the detriment of her self-respect. PoshDog4444 says, absolutely, she's acting like a teenage girl. I don't know what his intentions are when he's giving her the runaround. I think it's pathetic for a woman her age and having to schlep over to India every few months. I don't think he really wants to get married to her. He probably needs an Indian wife to take care of him, and I don't think Jen could or can't do that. Interesting Many 509 says, are non-Indian wives and mixed race children accepted over there or not? Interesting Many 509 says, on her last visit, is it legal for an Indian man to just up and go to the justice of the peace, or are there legalities that must be approved by his parents? Excessive Free Time says, this man is a 6.5. Masquerading as a 10 and is way too full of himself. Change my mind. Fair_particular 1583 says, if she was smart, she wouldn't go back until Rishi tells his family that he's already engaged to her and believes in a love marriage and not a arranged marriage. I_have_8 careers says, it's Jenny and Sumit with less age difference. Life Kaleidoscope 568 says, As Jedi wouldn't tell Rishi call me when we can move forward. Like everything else, he'd have no idea what I was talking about. That's all for this video. Was it good? I know not, for I'm a robot. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. This video is the product of an automated process.